Hello and welcome back to Tarot Tuesday. I'm Amy the Medium, and today we are going to talk about sevens. So our suits in the Minor Arcana go from Ace all the way up to King, and 7 is kind of right in the middle. And when you look at that progression from Ace to King, it does tell a story. It tells a story of progression, development, and mastery. So 7 being about halfway through means that we're at a point in our journey where things are changing. We're starting to master some things, but some things are still to be discovered or still to be experienced. So what we mean by this is when you look at that progression through the Minor Arcana, 6s are very much about accomplishment and achievement. And so 7 is almost like, what's next? Do we know what we want? Do we have the mental capacity to plan for it? Do we have the patience to plan for it? And do we have the wherewithal to take the actions needed regardless of how we feel? This card is a little bit about being uncomfortable as well, because when you want to grow and you want to experience more, you've got to step out of your comfort zone, and it's not going to feel great at times. But the challenge is there for us to see whether or not we're going to see it through. As we know, each suit has a different area or a different focus. So wands are all about our actions, all about the things that we do to see results. Swords are all about our thoughts, our plans. Cups are about our emotions, our feelings, and pentacles are really about the rewards, what we reap here in the physical plane. So if you look at each of those and you look at them in terms of challenge or learning something new or taking things to the next level, then you'll see that each one of the cards makes sense. Wands being all about action shows an individual who feels as though he is ready to take on the world. He is ready to challenge himself, not with one opponent, but with 6. And so it really is a card about testing your own boundaries and seeing just how far your limit really is. Swords are about our thoughts. And so what the 7 of Swords shows is how can we outwit or outthink somebody, or how can we be clever or tricky in a situation. It's about taking your mental state, your ability to plan and strategize, and going one step further. Cups being more about our inner feelings has to do with our dreams and our aspirations. And so when you look at this card, what you see is this person's dreams and aspirations right before them, totally attainable. But the question in this card is, what do you actually want for yourself? So it comes down to challenging your feelings about something, challenging your belief structure. And pentacles are about seeing reward for our hard work. And so what you see here is somebody who's taking a break, who's thinking. But the detail of this card is there is challenge in just waiting and allowing things to happen in their time, in their way. And so each one of these cards shows challenge in a completely different way. So when a 7 shows up in your reading, you are going to want to look at the cards that are around it to understand the situation that your sitter is in, to know what are they trying to overcome or how are they trying to push themselves out of their comfort zone. You're being presented with a challenge. You're being presented with an opportunity to move beyond where you have been into the place that you want to be in. And more importantly, you have what it takes to get there. So that is this week's Tarot Tuesday. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we will see you next week.